Welcome back to The Analytics, a channel that is solely focused on analyzing the socio-political and economic happenings in Nigeria, Africa, and world at large. But before we continue, make sure to hit that subscription button. Press the notification bell so that you can easily get notified whenever we come online.
Oh yes, you are truly welcomed after a very long absence, and we are sorry about that due to circumstances beyond our control. But the Analytics channel is back online, and we are here to keep informing you on the socio-political and economic happenings in Nigeria, Africa, and world at large. We are back and with a new look. Don't worry, we soon get our hairs and our beards back. Yeah, this video is to elaborate on why Tinubu cannot be trusted with political power. Why the APC presidential candidate Ahmed Bola Tinubu cannot be trusted with political power. Remember in 2015, Tinubu presented Buhari as the savior of the country. Remember in 2015, Tinubu presented Buhari as the only man with the solution to our economic and security challenges. But today, what do we have? Dollar used to sell at 180 something naira in 2015. Today, dollar is nearly at 800 naira. Our GDP, our gross domestic product in 2015 used to be around $500 million, making us the richest country in Africa, making us the African largest economy, making us 24th on the globe. Today, what do we have? An economy that is jeopardized. An economy that is to be left entitled in 2 months' time. Today, what do we have? An economy that we Nigerians cannot even say, yes, this is how it is going to be tomorrow. This is how it's going to be next tomorrow. Our economy is highly unpredictable right now. That even foreign investors are pulling out of the country. In fact, they have finished pulling out of the country. You can count on your 10 fingers how many foreign investors, serious investors that are still in the country. All thanks to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who made all of us to believe that Buhari is the savior to come. Now, let me ask, if you cannot make good judgment about a presidential candidate you sold to all of us, how do we then trust you that you will make a good judgment about your appointees, about your ministers, about your aides and special advisors? You can't make good judgment about them. It will all be due to political affiliations and sentiments. This election is not about sentiment. The 2023 general election in Nigeria is about realities. It's about security challenges. It's about economy. Now look at our security. Remember in 2015, Buhari told Tinubu of APC told us then that great nations, powerful nations, turned to their army general in their time of challenges. He mentioned America and Eisenhower. He mentioned French and Charles de Gaulle. He mentioned Great Britain and their past army generals that they reverted to in their time of challenges. He beckoned on us. He did not just beckon on us. He gave us assurance that Buhari was the savior who was to come. He gave us assurance that Buhari is the savior who was to come. He made us to believe. He made us to trust. He made us to vote the incumbent president that we have in Nigeria. The man who stays aloof even while the nation burns. The most myopic president that Nigeria has ever had. The most tribalistic president that Nigeria has ever had. The most shrouded-minded president that Nigeria has ever had. It was Bola Ahmed Tinubu who sold him to us. Now, how will such a man be trusted with power? In 2015, he told us that Buhari has a combination of vision and ability to perform. He told us that Buhari had honesty and integrity. He told us that Buhari was the savior who would solve our security challenges within 1 year. Now, after 8 years, what happened? Our security challenges have spread across all over the nation, with criminals protected. Herdsmen now attack communities, slaughter the indigenes, and come online and claim that they are the ones who did it. And the security under President Buhari will not act. But let those indigenes organize a counter-attack. They will be arrested. They will be maimed by the security. The security that is paid from the taxpayers' money would be the one protecting criminals. That is the kind of security that Bola Ahmed Tinubu assured all of us in 2015. That is the kind of security we got from him. Now, how are we sure that he is not coming to do worse? Anyway, it is not how are we sure, but that we are sure that he is coming to do the worst. If I can present somebody to you, then why do people make investigations about a particular person before they make references? When company needs you to make a reference and you go to someone higher for such reference, he makes investigative inquiry about you. Because if you go to that organization and you flop, it is his image that is being tarnished. Tinubu has tarnished his image. He gave us Buhari that is killing all of us. Look at the price of one sachet of tomato. A tin of tomato the price has tripled, if not more than tripled, since 2015. The price of dollar to naira has been hovering around 100 for over 6 years until 2015, when Ahmed Tinubu told us that dollar will be sold at 1 naira. Today, dollar is almost 800 naira, if not more. Look at the price of gasoline. Look at the price of PMS. Look at the price of food items, food commodities in the market. It is only a fool who does not remember yesterday. And when you don't remember yesterday, you will not be able to predict today. And if you cannot predict today, you cannot plan for the future. Our political yesterday was the immediate past presidential transition. And that was in 2015. That was the year that Nigerians made the highest mistake as a nation. That was the year that Nigeria made the highest mistake in our political decision, in deciding who governs us. And all thanks to one man, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the APC presidential candidate. And that is the reason why Nigerians cannot trust him. What if he's having good intentions? What if he had good intentions in 2015? And he sold to us a man with the most evil intentions. How are we certain that when he wins, he will not give appointments, he will not appoint into his executive cabinets, he will not appoint into ministerial slots men who are of the highest evil mind? It shows he has no good sense of judgment on human character. How then do we trust such a man? I would advise you, get your PVC and answer my question appropriately at the polls. Remember, a mistake we will make in 2023 February is a mistake that would lead us into further damnation as a nation for the next 8 years. It would be a mistake that would mean suffering it out in order to pay our children's school fees, where our salaries would worth nothing, where prices of things in the market would worth nothing, where prices of things in the market would skyrocket to an extent that even a middle class citizen, economically, would not even afford a decent living. We dare not make such a mistake. The one of 2015 is still hurting us. We dare not make such a mistake. I appeal to Nigerians across tribes, across religions. Let us put sentiment aside. Let us give good judgment to our political decisions so that we will not further be damned, so that we will not be taking further back seats at the Committee of Nations. Remember, the choice we make today is the future of our children. Our children is the future of our country. Let us make good choice so that it will be better for you, for I, and for every other person. Especially Nigerians who are in Nigeria. Let us make good decisions. Those of us who are likely to be in Nigeria in 2023 February, let us make good decisions. Because the decision we make today, the decision we make in 2023 politically, is the decision that will see us through for the next 8 years. It is a decision that will determine if we will be able to feed, if our kids will be able to go to school, if our wives will be able to look good, if our businesses will be able to prosper, if our efforts will be able to pay. Let me tell you the truth. If you make efforts and the government does not support your effort with the right policies, my dear, your efforts are in vain. Why is it that Nigerians, they prosper in their various fields whenever they travel? Because governments abroad, they promulgate enabling policies for the citizens, even for visitors, for residents and for citizens. But in Nigeria, we are Nigerians, but our government does not favor us. Our government is government for their family, in the interest of their family, protecting their family. That is Nigeria. We have 2023 as a privileged opportunity to change the norms, to change it from business as usual to business for all. Government should be business for all. But in Nigeria, it has been business as usual. It is a great opportunity for us to make amends, especially to make amends of 2015. The mistake of 2015 should be corrected in 2023. My dear, it is only then that we can smile, that we can know that our security challenges that have spread across all corners of the country can be, at least there will be effort to ameliorate our security challenges. There will be effort to ameliorate our economic disaster. Buhari, that was marketed to us by Tinubu, has so far been a national disaster. A disaster that even Christians and Muslims alike, North, South, West, and East alike have confirmed that it is a disaster. Why then should we trust such a person who sold us confidently, who sold such a person confidently to us? Why then should we trust such a person? It is time to think. It is time to act rational. It is time to remove sentiment apart. Remember, it is the Analytics, a channel that is solely focused on analyzing the socio-political and economic happenings in Nigeria, Africa, and world at large. Stay tuned, stay connected, stay on the channel for more interesting analysis on the socio-political and economic happenings in Nigeria, Africa, and world at large.